Alright, hello again YouTube. miHoYo released 2 more weapon previews on their Twitter today, so we'll just go over them, yeah? I'm currently using their web page, I think. They should also be available on their app, right? The Hoyo Lab app or something on your phone, where you can view this, yeah? First of all, Akuoumaru. It's a 4-star claymore with 510 base attack and 41% attack percentage. So this is some very good combination of stats right here. As for comparison, with other 4-star claymore, Prototype Archaic has 565 base attack and 27 here. This has 510. This has 510, 40. So it's roughly around Lithic. It is exactly Lithic Plate, yeah? Having 55 lower base attack shouldn't matter too much with the higher attack percentage. The performance should be relatively similar. I haven't maxed Sea Lord yet because I've been too freaking lazy. And the combination between base attack and attack percentage of which one would be better, higher base attack or higher attack percentage, would vary and be different depending on your character and your team comp. But generally, the difference shouldn't be that huge anyways, if you have a proper team comp. So, let's go over the weapon passive, yeah? Watatsumi Wavewalker. For every point of the party's combined maximum energy capacity, the elemental burst damage of the character equipping this weapon is increased by 12%. A maximum of 40% elemental burst damage increase can be achieved this way. Alright, so if you do basic math, it's literally impossible to get 40%. Because if it's 80 energy times 4. Okay, so if you do 40 divided by 0.12, you need 333 energy. And if you have 480 cost character, it's 320 energy. If you have Raiden, that's 90 energy. So 90 plus 80 plus 80 plus 80, that will be 330. And that's still not hitting the cap. At Refinement 5, this weapon turns into 0.24 and 80%, right? It should be, because Refine 1 to Refine 5 double performance. So, in any case, you're never going to hit the maximum bonus here. Think of it like some extra bonus damage, yeah? On a normal team, right? On a normal team, I would say you have 60 times 4, right? So 240 energy average, right? For my teams, I kind of run like 40, 40, 60, 80 for energy. So it's kind of low because I'm a very bursty, spammy character build. But let's take average, right? 60 energy cost on all 4 character. That'll be 240 energy. 240 energy will give you around 28 to 57% damage on elemental burst, depending on the refinement of this weapon, yeah? But recently, we've gotten this weapon, yeah? I think I should refine it. Right, so with the Luxurious Sea Lord Claymore at Refinement 5, it increased elemental burst damage by 24%, and when elemental burst hits an opponent, it deals 200% of attack as AoE damage. This damage is considered physical damage and scale with physical, yeah? If we compare that blade to the Akuoumaru, if you have Refinement 1 and your average energy cost of your team is around 240, so 60 energy cost per character, you get around a 28% damage increase on elemental burst, yeah? At Refinement 1, it's more or less gonna be the same with the Luxurious Sea Lord Claymore, but with any higher refinement, you should be able to do more damage with elemental burst with this weapon, yeah? I feel like they kinda slapped Raiden passive, the ring of Raiden passive in, but they made it a dumbed down version where you don't have to stack it, right? You just have to have the energy, right? So it's nice, it's extra bonus damage. It's a pretty good claymore, to be honest. Even for Beidou and stuff, it would be good since Beidou's best weapon is the, well, for 4-star at least, is a paid weapon, no? Still. Because it gives, at high refinement, it gives like 27 crit rate and 30 to 50% damage modifier on everything, right? And it's snapshot, so it doesn't matter if Beidou gets hit afterward. Her ult already snapshot the buff, and that's why it's the best for Beidou. For this weapon, at higher refinements, it will give you more damage modifier on elemental burst than Serpent, but it doesn't have the crit rate, it has the attack percentage instead, right? This usually happens every patch, right? The theory crafters will be able to judge the weapon's performance even without the weapon being in game yet, because they just do math on it, and it's beautiful. Like, I'll give it like, okay, within today, right? I'll give it within today. Someone would already figure out which weapon is better between Serpent's Bite and the other shit. But you want my thought on it? It's a weapon better. Just skip it. Move on. Don't do it. Right? As good as it looks, as powerful as this passive kind of looks, I don't think it's worth it. Alright, let's go for Polar Star. Polar Star, 33.1 critical rate, 608 base attack, increase elemental skill and burst damage by 12% after normal charge attack elemental skill and burst damage opponent, get 1 side of action night star to gain last 12 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds gain, the attack increased by 10, 20, 30, 48, as second night star created by normal attack element 2 element burst can be counted independently, would be counted independently of the others. Alright, 33.1 crit rate, increase elemental skill and elemental burst damage by 12%. Whenever you damage an enemy with any source of damage you have, you gain 1 stack, and the stack lasts 12 seconds. Here, and the stack gives attack buff. Alright, so, a Refinement 1 Skyward Harp at level 90 gives you 22.1 critical rate and 20% crit damage. So that's 64.2% crit ratio, whereas this gives you 66%, right? So Refinement 1 is already better than Skyward Harp, on top of not counting the elemental skill, elemental burst passive, and the attack increase. The proc of Skyward Harp doesn't really matter unless you're really building physical damage on it. So this is just a power creep Skyward Harp. After normal charge, elemental skill, and elemental burst attack hit an opponent, right? After, well, these sources hit an opponent, right? And we can see on the patch 2.2 trailer, Tartaglia was holding this weapon, and I really think there's no one else better than Tartaglia to hold this weapon. Because Tartaglia optimal damage rotation is normal 3 and then charge attack then jump, right? Or is it normal 2, charge attack and then jump? Riptide, the Riptide proc of Tartaglia E, counts as elemental skill damage, and Tartag always starts with elemental burst. So for good Tartaglia players, this is their best weapon. But for like people that just sit on Tartag for like 30 seconds, this is their worst weapon. Because Riptide does count as elemental skill damage, like the Riptide proc where you apply a debuff around the enemy, that does count, so... Yoimiya, you want to charge attack on Yoimiya? Okay, you wouldn't, okay, realistically, right? Realistically, I don't think you would need to like get all the stacks. Because the stacks buff is just attack percentage anyways, you know? And the sheer amount of sources of attack buff in this game currently makes attack percentage or attack buff from weapons less important, right? We have that one character that seemingly everyone use. If you're not using Bennett, I think you just want to be special and unique, or you don't have it, you know? It's like, I'm so cool for this game, I don't need to use it. It's the same people that don't use Xiangling, even though she's like one of the strongest DPS in the game. I'm so cool for this game. Imagine using Xiangling. I call myself I'm a Jin Yan main. Yeah, that's me, by the way. Hi. But yeah. It's a 4-star character, you know? One of them is even free.
You cheered X100 compared to Rust. Is this one better for Yoimiya? I want to get a good bow for her.
I really think the main reason you use this weapon is that it has all 3 stats. It has crit rate, it has attack, and it has this. This would be my main reason of using this weapon. So let us think. What's a character that can make use of elemental skill and elemental burst damage? Venti. No. He can probably use it. Alloy. Oh shit, this is the alloy buff we asked for. Holy shit. It's even called Polar Star. It's an alloy weapon. Oh my, and it's coming next patch. Alloy is coming to PC and mobile next patch as well. Or DPS Diana, don't you f***ing try. But anyways, so at Refinement 5, this should double, so it should be 24% damage bonus. So that's a noblesse set and higher. Attack should be 20, 40, 60, and 96% attack. Then I guess you can be self-reliant, right? Like self-sufficient then. Like, if I were to run Polar Star, because it has crit rate and attack, I would run like an ER Sans or like a Elemental Mastery or other stats really. Just a stat balance, just to make my character more self-sufficient. Of course, if you put them on a team, you probably won't need it, but I enjoy having a little bit of self-sufficient character here and there, just to meme around. Because I do Abyss in like 1-2 characters clear, so I kinda need them to have all relatively balanced stats, so that they can sufficiently carry themselves. I'll try this on Sarah, probably. I'll try this on Sarah, because that's crit rate and these two line. Yeah, EQ normal into a charge attack, because normal attack animation doesn't take that long, so you just hit one normal for like 12%, right? Hitting one normal attack every 12 seconds isn't that hard, so even Ganyu can do this, really, right? But I don't think it'll be good on Ganyu, though, since Amos bow works way too well with Ganyu. This bow literally deleted Thundering Pulse. Thundering Pulse is now relegated to be a Yoimiya only weapon. This is the better version overall, because not a lot of character fully makes use of like long auto attack chains of damage, you know? So this bow, I dare say, would be more future proof, because it has kinda everything. But the only thing it doesn't have is ER, right? But you can just build ER Sands with this attack bonus passive, so I'd say this is pretty broken. Like, my answer is always the weapon banner. No matter how good it is, the weapon banner. Don't do it. For the majority of the player base, it does not matter. You do not need to push the last remaining 10% of damage. I've seen people clear Abyss at AR 35, level 70 character, 36 star. Heck, they're even speedrunning. People are speedrunning right now. They're creating a new free-to-play account and see how many days it takes for them to 36 star Abyss. I think it's from like 34 days to like 50 something days, right? People are literally creating a new account to speedrun Abyss. So you really don't need to get any of the 5-star weapon at all. Genshin Impact is currently in a state where the endgame content is very hit or miss, right? It's more became a chore for a lot of people, and a lot of content creators, I'm sure, feel the same way, right? You don't really feel the excitement of logging into Genshin Impact. It's more of like, you log in Genshin, not because you want to play the game. You log in Genshin because you don't want to miss dailies, because, you know, you feel like, I've been playing this game for a year or so, yeah? I've been playing this game for a year or so. It's been so long. If I quit now, all my effort the past year is for nothing, and that's what it feels like. It's just sunk cost. But anyways, that'll be a quick 2 weapon preview overview for the 2 new items that was released by MiHoYo on their Twitter and on their webpage today. That's this is nice. I enjoy these kind of videos more, you know? These kind of talks more. I just enjoy talking and such rather than making super serious videos here and there. So hey, we'll try a little bit different vibe this time, yeah? But anyways, YouTube frogs, that'll be the end of this video. My insight, once again, is, yeah, just ignore the weapon banner. It's never really worth it. Alright, I'll see you all next time, yeah?